Hey guys! Today we're going to destroy the barrens with a Battleground Demolisher. Sadly, the Demolisher is fairly fragile. And where exactly do we get a Demolisher? Well, in the barrens, in the northern part.
He did 4 million! Holy shit!
There are Kor'kron Demolishers waiting, added in Mists of Pandaria. Oddly enough, they got the ability Hurl Boulder, which is an ability shared with the real Battleground Demolishers, like those in Wintergrasp. And just like in the Battleground, this ability does percentage-based damage. A training dummy with 2 billion health takes a damage cap from each boulder, meaning that each hit does about 536 million. The Demolisher is level 80 for me, thanks to lore walking, scaling everything to my level. And how are we actually controlling it like a pet? We're using an old trinket from BFA, the pocket-sized computational device, which, with the red punch card, allows us to mind control mechanical units, and then we can unleash this upon players. Barrens is overall fairly empty in retail. Can we get this to Durotar? Or maybe Orgrimmar?
He's hostile, but still here. Wait,
Sadly, kiting in retail doesn't work like that anymore. I tried to kite the Demolisher past barrens, and it disappears. The reason for this is that retail has phasing for each zone. You guys remember Shadowlands, with everything being super separated? That's pretty much retail. Imagine each zone is its own continent, or phase in Azeroth, because you can't kite or mind control anything far into another zone that didn't originate from it. Look at this. I can normally see my party member from a very long distance, but when I change zone, they're gone. I can see them from like 500 yards while they're both in the barrens, but the moment they enter Durotar and go like 40 yards inside, they phase out. Another example how ridiculous this is me attacking Orgrimmar. I got a bunch of guards on me right now, and I leave Orgrimmar through the side gate. And the guards, they're bugged completely, because we changed zone. I can't attack them, it says out of range, and they stop attacking me, or to be honest, something is cleaving me, but I have no clue what is. After going in and out again, I'm now being shot by what? Everyone is just bugged and standing still. Even after death, the bugged guards just stand there, and it still says I have aggro on them. Very immersive. We tried trapping the demo and gripping it into Durotar to stop it from disappearing, but that didn't work. At one point, the Demolisher will force itself to reset. So kiting it into Durotar is a no-go. This phasing system is really destroying Azeroth, since you can't kite anything cool anymore, like bosses or dragons like we did back in the old days. Thankfully, when I discovered the Demolisher bug, Midsummer Fire Festival was coming around. This means people have a reason to go to the barrens. Haha, finally we can catch some unsuspecting horde. Are you guys seeing something odd with my boulder? It doesn't exactly work like the Battleground one. It seems to spawn some slow-moving graded pyroblast that flies for ages to hit the current target. This is ridiculous, but hilarious. So how long range does this actually have? Let's test it. This range is about 800 yards. The projectiles seem to despawn after a minute of travel, so it can't reach this far. Why do we got a bit closer? Now we test it at around 500 yards. It's blowing up, but not doing any damage. I guess the damage has a shorter range than the actual Boulder animation. I believe the exact range for damage is just like the tooltip says, about 150 yards, which is bigger than the Netomatic World PP item, which is stuck at 100. So if you were to find some AFK horde high up in the air, this Demolisher would be the perfect counter to bring them down. Wait, with this range, can we shoot into Durotar while standing in the barrens? Since them or Demolisher won't despawn, since we never enter the zone itself. After a lot of testing, I managed to bug it out so I could stand the barrens, while still having my face remain inside Durotar. This is essential, since now I can target and see my horde teammates from far away, giving my Demolisher a valid target. You see in my chat log, I never entered the barrens. The plan was to have a Demolisher brought to me, mind control it and shoot at my horde teammate, and blow up all the players standing near her in the AoE. Of course, this also failed. The Demolisher evaded my mind control. Why? Well, I might be standing in the barrens, but with the face being stuck in Durotar, the game still doesn't allow me to mind control the demo from here. Even if we can't bring the demo all the way to Durotar, and even if the Midsummer event were to be inactive, at least we can camp Ratchet and destroy horde waiting for the boat. The reason my Demolisher dies so fast is because on my screen it's level 80, but on other players without lore walking it's stuck at 30 or something, which means it's easily killed. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.